survival of mankind. This struggle that has now reached across the shores of our homeland. This struggle, ladies and gentlemen, may now be forever lost.
So we're at the Sony pool party here at the Viceroy with Ted Price from Insomniac Games. And so, Resistance 2, what did you want to change from the first game?
Well, we got a lot of good feedback from the people who played Resistance 1, and it was positive and, some not so positive, and we addressed a lot of them in the game. The one thing that we really wanted to do was create scale in the game, and I think that what we showed here at E3 demonstrated that in terms of the size of the enemies that you'll be encountering and the general expanse of some of the environments that you'll be moving through. Plus, we also increased the size of our multiplayer modes. We have a 60-player competitive multiplayer mode right now that we're showing off at E3, and also something we're not showing off is our 8-player online co-op mode, where you can play with 7 of your buddies through a separate story online in the Resistance universe.
What kind of advancements have been made in the story, and what's going on in Resistance 2, and what can we expect to see?
Well, Resistance 2 starts where Resistance 1 left off. So if you played all the way through Resistance 1, you know what happened to Nathan Hale at the very end. We continue his story, bringing him back to the United States, where he becomes part of a group called the Sentinels. They're a special operations unit, all of whom have the same immunity to the Chimeran virus that Hale has, and we find out why that is. The Chimera have had a couple years to breed these larger creatures, and either they're bringing them with them or they're actually doing it in places like Chicago. Chicago, when you enter Chicago, it's been 2 years since the Chimera took over Chicago. So they've had a time to take the population and do whatever the hell they wanted to with the population. So we do some pretty twisted stuff with the creatures.
Moving on to the multiplayer, what kind of new stuff are you bringing to the players there?
Well, with 60 players on the map at the same time, we knew that controlling the chaos would be a major challenge, because when you up the player count in games, you run the risk of everybody kind of going to the same spot, picking a choke point they like and just beating the hell out of each other. So what we did was we began dividing these 60 players into squads, and each squad gets objectives throughout the game, and it's a dynamic objective system that continues to change the goals for each of these squads. And the key is that they get spread out across the map so that they don't clump up in one particular place. And since the squads are working as a team, it really does promote teamwork. We also reward teamwork, so that if you accomplish objectives with the squad, you're getting some really cool rewards that help you unlock new stuff for the multiplayer game.
That means that there will probably be a lot of clan options and things like that in the game?
Yeah, clan support will be a big part of Resistance 2. Party support, friends, all the things that we had in Resistance 1 will go into Resistance 2. Plus, we're revamping a lot of our community features altogether. We've got a brand new myresistance.net site that'll be going live when we launch. It's got a lot of cool social networking features that'll go back and forth with the game.
All right, so thank you very much for your time here.